Yeah, hey, there we go. What's up, Esteban? This is Sam, I'm Steve, and today we're going to talk about change and how tough it is. How it's not an easy thing, it's not just a choice or a decision, although that's a huge part in it, and how it applies to relationships. And relationships are tough, you know, they're not an easy answer, they're not a simple solution in any way, and that's why we have men's groups, and you should look into them, and this actually came from our men's group. So there's a guy in our men's group and he's going through a breakup. He's made the decision, you know, we've been talking about this for quite a while, you know, they've been together for a year, and on our calls, he brings up a lot, you know, some of the issues they've been having and how to communicate and so on. And, you know, we've worked together for a long time on it. And so he made the decision that he doesn't want to be in this relationship anymore. And that's a big choice, right? And so he went, that's a big choice. So he went to tell his girlfriend that, you know, it's just not working out. And once again, we discussed this a lot in a lot of different ways. But what happened is then the pain came. And this is what I want to get into, because when we go through tough changes in our life, we're going to experience massive amounts of confusion, pain, chaos, not knowing what to do, not wanting to be alone, and it's very easy to go back to what we want. Or, going back to what we know. See, that's the interesting thing is we all want to change, we all want a great life, we all want a lot of money, we all want a great family, we all want to get past our shortcomings, we all want to work and live in the best way possible towards our vision. But what keeps us from that isn't the choice to do it or not to do it, it's that we can't deal with the pain. So he told his girlfriend we should break up, the pain came, and guess what happened? Esteban said, ooh. But she said, hey, I'm going to change. I'm going to fix those things. Those things are going to, you know, be remedied. I'm going to work on them, and you have to give me time, and I love you so much, and all these different things. And he said, okay. And I said, hey, you know what, man? How people deal with change is they make a choice, they make a decision, and they think that that's good enough. They make an agreement. And it's not that they're trying to lie. It's not that they're trying to be dishonest. It's not that they're, you know, women are crazy and men are crazy, because we both do this. It's that we don't know. And we want to change. We want to do everything that's going to be different about our behavior and so on. We don't realize how ingrained these are. And I said, hey, stop thinking about her, but let's think about you. Because you made this choice to break up. You made this choice that you guys aren't going to be together anymore. And if she doesn't do it, you're going to leave. But here's what's going to happen. And this is what we need to be conscious of and build the dialogue of masculinity and develop the best man from, because this is what happens so often. This is what has happened to me, is that when she doesn't change, because that's most likely what's going to happen, and she can, I'm not saying she can't, I'm just saying what's most likely, is when she doesn't, you're going to get mad. You're going to at first go, okay, well, she's trying. All right. And I'm not saying it needs to be black and white. I'm not saying you need to leave. I'm saying you need to be prepared to start going through this process with her and yourself. Because even what you want is probably not what's really best. You know, her change, whatever that means. And then you're going to be the guy that says, oh, you know what? This is okay. This is, I can deal with this. She's trying to do it. And then it happens again. And then you forget about it after the 5th or 6th time. And then you start realizing that's just who you are and, you know, what you guys are at. And then all of a sudden, 2 months go down the road and you're angry again. Or maybe less than that. A week goes down the road and you're angry again. And this is the real pattern you need to be aware of. This is the real pattern of us going, you know, I want to change, but it's not so easy. It's not just a decision. It's not an agreement. It's not just a dialogue. This is the starting of it, but the process of it is going through saying, hey, you know what? There's a compromise here. Hey, you know what? This isn't working out in the same way. Hey, you know what? I don't want to leave. There are things I'm comfortable with. What are the things I can accept? What are the things I can't accept? And how can I live the life based on my choices and my decisions? You know, I made a video the other day about what do we do in an emergency. And one of those things in there is to live by our morals and values. And that's tough, right? That's not a black and white thing. We think it is. We think it's like, oh, there's honesty, there's truth, there's love, there's I want this. But man, it's a lot harder than just that. It's a lot harder. There's always things that get in the way, that change our minds, that make it difficult, that make it a virtuous thing, that make whatever that is, honesty, love, our relationship, our own definition. So this is not an easy answer. The answer is that you got to build a dialogue. You know, my friend, he went to go break up. Didn't happen. She convinced him that that wasn't the case. Part of him wants that. Part of him doesn't want that. Part of him doesn't agree with it. You know, part of him might need to know there's other ways that he needs to communicate, maybe harder with her, maybe more compassionate, maybe more understanding. You know, there's all sorts of gray area in this, and that's what we need to do. This is why you should be part of a board. This is why you should be part of a group. This is why you should be communicating in these ways. So the advice I'd say to my friend is, hey, look, that's good. You made your mark. You went for the breakup. You had what I'm going to call the typical part of a breakup where you make up, and it becomes very difficult. And you're going to have to make a decision. Is this what you want or is this what you don't want? And either way, you're going to have to accept things about yourself. You're going to have to realize that your vision of what you want, what you're supposed to be, what you value, probably isn't that clear. That you need to re-examine that. You need to re-examine why you want her back. Part of that's probably an insecurity. Part of that is probably you. Part of that is probably you in conflict of your image of alphaness or masculinity. And you need to do the things necessary to make the right choices, which is don't react on your emotions, cultivate your expression through your values, your morals, consult with your group and your people about that, and man, then take action. In any case, guys, hopefully this was helpful. The dialogue of relationships is not simple. The best answer I have for you is be a part of a group, be a part of men, and cultivate your expression of self. That's how I do it. And man, I have a lot of experience. I have a lot of experience with how to do good relationships, how to do bad relationships. And the best answer I got is be a part of a group. Be a part of a group that holds you accountable to your best self. And in that, man, my life got a lot better, and so have hundreds of others. All right, we'll talk to you guys soon. Later, guys. Say bye.
Bye.
Ciao.